second because I was gonna turn this to Maul and ask him a question because unfortunately he's had this experience, right? So is it the case, Maul, that during these periods, right, of incarceration, is there in your experience has there ever been any type of program that you've identified to be beneficial in terms of rehabilitating guys or females or being able to put them on a path towards self-realization and being able to say, all right, well, what I was doing in the past was horrible, but this program here while I'm locked down is very helpful and it's helping me get my shit together. Have you identified any of those or known any of those programs?
There are a lot of programs that do help people, but it's the mindset of the person if you really want to change. A lot of people don't want to change. A lot of people change but come back to the same shit. That's like letting a crackhead. You take a crackhead away from crack for 5 or 6 years and put him in a situation where he don't have no crack, dope fiend, weed fiend, any fiend. You take them from that and keep them isolated from that. But if you put them back in that same situation, if their mind is not right, they're gonna fall right back into the same shit. And streetwise, it's called recidivism. That's why people go back and forth to jail. Yeah. Because they come back to the same element that they left, thinking they're gonna get different results. That's like doing the shit called insanity, doing the same shit twice, thinking you're gonna get different results.
Right.
So when people get locked up, like for me, say I had stayed in New York right now. Say that I stayed in New York. Would I be here to probably talk about this shit right now? Probably not. It's a 110% chance I wouldn't be here right now to talk about this situation. So I think that there are programs out there that help people, but you just the community can help a person, but the person has to want to be helped. And all true honesty, wholeheartedly, because I was in ASAP. I never was in ART because I never got convicted of nothing violent. Because police come to court. People could be persuaded not to come to court. So at the end of the day, when you're selling drugs, the only person that's going to come to court to make sure you go to jail is the motherfucking police. They come in the trial. You dig what I'm saying?
The police that locked you up, or
the police come in the court.
Yeah.
They come in the court. They come in the trial. That's why drug convictions was such a high rate in New York City. It was a flip for them. Just like niggas was flipping drugs, they was flipping niggas in the jails, putting them up in the mountains, feeding them mountain people, the mountain dwellers that didn't have no land. They had a little bit up in the mountains, and they didn't have no resources or no way to work. But once them jails came into play, it made a system for the state. Upstate New York, every state has that. Like you go up north in the mountains, even in Texas, you get locked up in Houston, they send you all the way up in the mountains in Texas, in the cold. These niggas don't even know what cold is like. Some of these niggas don't even know what cold is like. They go to the top part of Texas and they see snow. But I think there's a lot of programs that can help. But I wanted to interject on what you said, something you said about, I think that no man should be in jail. Like Azizi said, no sentence should be more than 25 years. But at the end of the day, we are creatures of habitat. So if you put a person in a situation where their only means to survive and eat is to rob, steal, and kill, that's what they're going to do to survive. And that's a system that has been set up. Just like Z said, in Africa, there was no police. We had a different type of system. Even in Saudi Arabia and other countries, certain countries, you get your hand cut off. You kill, you get killed. You dig what I'm saying? They didn't have to enforce the law that they do to back up these commercial code laws that they use to implement slavery because they're not part of the Constitution and the original laws. So all these extra laws is commercial code laws being enforced by police that are abusing their privileges and receiving more of the perks from the system than the people in the system. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, no man deserves to sit in jail if that system that they was designed for them to be in jail. If a system designed to put them in jail, they don't deserve it because they was only creatures of habitat.
No doubt. That's deep. That's deep, man. I like how you worded that, bro. That's dope.
Yeah. Appreciate it, Mal.